and choose my window here. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, Cheryl, can you see my slides okay? Can you give me a thumbs up? I appreciate it. Okay, well, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. I hope that you have been enjoying your MAR dreaming so far. Thank you for joining me. Today, we are going to talk about unifying your teams with the Marketing Cloud Connector. Again, my name is Sheala. My last name is Vastfinder if you haven't seen me on LinkedIn. And I am the US Training Manager for Supermoms. So if you're not familiar with Supermoms, we're basically a British company that provides training for Salesforce admin, for Marketing Cloud. We provide consultancy, and we also do some coaching specifically around moving into the Salesforce ecosystem. I personally oversee the training program here in the States and teach both our Salesforce admin and our Marketing Cloud. Hence why I'm having this conversation, because part of what I do is help people learn how to set up their Marketing Cloud connector so that they can empower the teams using Salesforce and Marketing Cloud together. It makes a really powerful combination. So I want to invite you into that conversation and talk to you about how does the Marketing Cloud connector support companies. But before we do that, we have to talk about what the Cloud Connector is. So, in case you didn't know, the Marketing Cloud Connector is basically, it's an API. It's a managed package that's completely free that allows Salesforce CRM and Marketing Cloud to talk to each other. Marketing Cloud, in case, depending on your own business, is tool agnostic, meaning it can work with any data stream and multiple data streams. However, when people marry it to the Salesforce CRM, they bring a great deal of power because then you can use your data with your Marketing Cloud. So it's pretty awesome. To access that power, just FYI, a company does need someone to set it up. There is quite a bit of configuration that is involved. And so in this deck, I have included the documentation link and some trailhead modules that you can go to. It walks you step by step by step through setting up the connector. So it's not a hard thing to do, but it does need someone who has some understanding of APIs and can access the information on making that work. So instead of jumping into how to connect, we're actually going to look at why you want to do this and what the connector can do to help unify your teams. So why? Let's start there. One of my mentors is Vicki Moritz-Henry, who you may have heard this week because she's doing MAR Dreaming. And one of the things she says is if you are only using Marketing Cloud for marketing, you are missing out. And the reason she says that is that the connector allows your other teams, meaning your sales and your service, even your HR, your operations teams, to put the customer at the center of every single interaction and to focus on that complete customer journey or that customer experience. So as this slide shows you, this points out the three main reasons why we use the connector. So it lets us integrate our data across the clouds. It helps us personalize our customer experience using that Salesforce CRM data. And it can even strengthen engagement across teams. So with the connector, basically your teams can work together to serve a customer from pre-sales all the way through service and engagement and advocacy. I mean, the whole journey. So as I said, the connector is really mighty. It's a great tool, and I hate when companies don't know about it, hence why we're having this conversation. So let's look at what that looks like in real life. In real life, one of the things, once you have that connector set up that you can do is combine the strength of the connector and your Salesforce CRM data with Journey Builder and Marketing Cloud so that you can use the changes in your Salesforce CRM data to actually launch customers or contacts if you want to use it for your HR team into journeys. And basically journeys are just planned engagement campaigns that walk people through a step-by-step touch point series. Okay, they can look all different kinds of ways, and we've got some examples for you here in a bit. Depending on your business needs and how your contacts interact with that data and with your engagement through your emails or your SMS or your push notifications, then your journey builder can actually create or update your data back in your sales and your service cloud. So this is a two-way connector that talks back and forth. So let's look at some of the examples that you can use to support your various teams, okay? So first of all, let's look at how the customer and journey builder can support your sales teams. So obviously sales teams are a heart of what many of our companies do. And so how can journey builder and the connector strengthen what those teams are doing? So you could break this down into like outward focused or being client focused, customer focused, and internally focused, meaning supporting your team itself. So outwardly, you can do everything from welcoming new customers, encouraging special event purchases, re-engaging customers who have disengaged. There's a wide range of things that you can do. Inwardly, as you can see from the slide, you can convert your leads and assign an owner. You can create tasks when members have new opportunities. You can even add members to campaigns. So you can do a lot with this particular tool. But let's talk about the service teams. What can we do with those? Well, with our service team journeys, again, we can do outward focused things and inward focused things. So we can do things like send service surveys via email or even push. We can invite people to our personalized newsletter. We can ask people to review our products. We can even respond to return and cancellation requests through Journey Builder. Inwardly, you can do things like open and close service cases. You can send emails to your service team. You can update accounts and contacts. You can add members to campaigns. So again, a lot of things we can do. But that's just two of our teams that we frequently think about with journeys. I'm going to take you into a team that maybe you haven't thought about, and that is your HR ops team. So we don't have to stop with our sales and our service and our marketing teams. We can move this even into our operations. We can do things like send birthday and anniversary greetings to those who work for us. We can educate new employees and guide them through onboarding. We can keep employees updated on business news. Those are the outward focused things. And again, with your HR and ops teams internally, you can do all kinds of things like updating accounts and contact records to keep them from having to do that manually, or creating tasks for them that you know that they're going to have to do on a regular basis as people interact with your journey. So there's a lot that you can do. And these examples are just like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to ways that you can unify your teams with the Marketing Cloud Connector. So I'm sure that your teams can think of additional ways that they can use this tool. But one of the things to know is it does take time to set up these journeys. So you do want people making a plan, a roadmap, if you will, of how they want to use the tool. And we'll talk about that more in a bit. I've got some resources for you as well. But first, let's look at some journeys to get you started. So, for instance, you can use a journey for welcoming people who are new customers or new people within your organization. This is a journey that is based on a template found in Marketing Cloud, because there are some great templates in there that you can use. This particular one uses your contact data from your Salesforce as that entry source. And then when contacts are created or updated to meet the criteria, the journey starts for that particular person and sends them down the path. Again, remember, journeys are a way of serving people individually, but doing it at scale. So you can have 1,000 people who come in, but their touch points are set up around whatever's going on in their lives, which is the power of Journey Builder. You can also use a more advanced template, this is also in the Marketing Cloud templates, to increase your sales. So in this particular case, we sent out a wish list saying, okay, you've got a birthday coming up. Would you like to pick something off of this wish list, right? And then as the time goes on, we created a data filter to confirm that the people entering the journey had given permission to receive those promotional materials. We wished them a happy birthday, and then depending on whether they bought something or not, We send them a coupon reminder, because in our birthday email, we sent them a coupon, just like many places do. And if they didn't use it, we send them a reminder saying, hey, it's going to expire in a couple of days. Make sure that you use your birthday coupon. So again, a way of increasing sales. You could use this for your HR team if you have some sort of discount you give people within your company based on special anniversaries and celebrations that they have. This journey is a little bit more advanced. It can be a little bit overwhelming to look at it, but this is one that we use to send a survey from any of your teams. This one is from the service team, obviously, and we've used a random split at the beginning just to make sure that that our survey is actually working. So we want to be able to kind of test the efficiency and effectiveness of this particular journey. But then as they go through the path, depending on their contact's response, we've built in some follow-up. If you'll notice, there's an update to a case activity on here, and positive case follow-up as well as negative case follow-up, because we want to support both, right? And in this particular case, we've set the journey so that it automatically updates the cases back in Salesforce CRM. The team does not have to go do that manually. It's done for them through this journey. So again, some great things that you can do to save your team some time and to help unify across teams as well. This is our last journey we're going to look through. As you can see, it's probably one of our more advanced ones that I'm showing here. This one involves several emails. So first, we have notified customers that an item is coming up for sale. We want them to give them a heads up, save the date, if you will. Then an additional email goes out, and depending on whether they're a loyalty member or a non-loyalty member, they get 2 different emails. So we're driving that off of our data again. Then after a period of time, we're sending out a pre-order email saying, hey, it's here. Do you want to order it, right? If they want to order it, if they go down the pre-order path, then that's terrific. We let the sales team know. We give them, create a sales opportunity and task for the sales team saying, hey, here's a deal that might work out for you if they're interested. And if they're like kind of wavering, we then send them a message saying, hey, would you like a demo, right? And if they want a demo, then we can follow up with them. If they don't pre-order, they're not interested in the demo, then we just basically send them one last email saying, hey, you sure? And then we let them off the path, right? Because we do want people to be let go at some point, but we want to give them all the different touch points we possibly can. That is the power of our journeys. Hopefully, that small taste of how your Salesforce CRM data and your Marketing Cloud can work together via the connector has made you hungry for more. That's my goal. So really, the options are limitless. They're based on your own imagination. But I want to make sure that based on that power that you have the resources you need to make this happen. So I have given you links to resources from Salesforce and again, trails from Salesforce that help with journey mapping and building out journeys. Because with great power comes great responsibility, and we want to use our journeys well. That is the end of this time. I want to thank you for joining me today. Special thanks to our sponsors. Without them, we could not do this. We could not have Mar Dreaming. So thank you to all of them. Please make sure you take time to touch base with them, go to their websites, check them out, try their free trials and all of those things, and give them the support that they deserve and that we want to say thank you to them. And last but not least, thank you for attending. Here are links to Supermoms if you'd like to learn more about them. And here is my LinkedIn QR code and my Twitter. That's my Twitter little tag there if you would like to touch base with me. So thank you so very much for joining us today. And Ms. Cheryl, do we have any questions? You're muted.
So thank you, Sheila. That was an amazing session. It looks like we do have a few minutes for Q&A. I don't have any questions at this time. If you do have some, please enter them in the Q&A section. And again, thank you for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors. Without them, our dreaming couldn't happen. So we greatly appreciate all of them. If we don't have questions, you might have a few minutes to pop into the sponsor booths to learn more about what they do. We do have some great sessions coming up after this as well. There's like external actions is the one immediately following this, for example. Otherwise, you can head over to the agenda tab and find some additional sessions that might be interesting to you. I still don't see any questions.
I talk really
Please.
fast when I get on these things. I cover lots of information in a very small amount of time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll assume there's no questions. If anyone needs me, they're welcome to reach out. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sheila.
Thank you, Cheryl. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.